There we go.
Welcome, one and all, to the Yoshi Greenwater stream. I'm your host, Yoshi Greenwater. Extraordinaire. And today we're going to be inviting my personal favorite artist, who's been an inspiration to me for years. Might be the best artist in the fandom, if I'm being completely honest.
Wow.
And, Cookie boy.
Wee.
Introduce yourself, Cookie. How you doing?
I'm doing great. You know, it's a pleasure to be, you know, on this channel. I've heard that there's been on here for like 11 years or something. That's crazy.
Yep.
Has your arm not fallen off yet?
Okay, let's break character.
Oh, okay. Hi. Welcome guys. Hi Jed, Over Horizon, and Stream Elements. That's always nice to see you.
Elements, how you doing?
Yeah. Popo. Hopefully that's Pony. Let's see. I feel the audio might be weird, so I will, once we get it going, I'll turn off the music, so that might be... So I'm hearing it, and it's kind of like ducking, or like the music kind of goes a little low. So once we get going, I'll turn it off. Just for now, it's like whenever I talk, it's like it gets lower, so it's kind of freaking me out. Usually doesn't do that. Welcome, Sparkle. Nice little decorative name. That's impressive. Didn't know that was a thing. Yeah, we'll get started in about however long, 15 seconds.
15 seconds.
That's how long my music for the intro, my intro music is 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
Oh, you've been waiting for music to stop all this time.
Yeah, we haven't actually started yet. I will start my stream. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Right, I need to close this. So there we go. And so, let's see. Just gotta make sure everything's... Okay, that's fine. Okay, cool. Okay, welcome. Make sure everything techie is good before we get to rolling along. Welcome. So hi again, guys. Judd over and Clown. Welcome. Sorry, I didn't see you, Clown. Sorry. Right, so we got a nice guest. I can sort of point to you on here. I positioned you, your little avatar right next to me as a little guest.
Wow, I'm on TV, Mom.
Yay, YouTube TV. So yeah, if you want to introduce yourself a little bit more properly this time, that'd be great.
Sure, yeah. It's like sensible. Hello. I go by Cookie on the internet, or CookieBoy011. I've had that username for about 10 years, which is why it's kind of old school. And I like it, so I'm going to keep it. I do a lot of stuff, but what's relevant to this stream, I guess, is that I draw horses of the little variety. Yeah. And I also take care of this stream.
Yes, you are a great moderator.
I wouldn't use that word, but yes, I am a moderator.
Yeah, you definitely moderate us enough that nothing too wacky happens. I know like 5 years ago, like there were some really bad apples. So I think either YouTube or yeah, it was so bad.
It was weird. Like a couple years ago, it felt like
every other
was getting sort of
every other time, yeah.
But now it's a lot more quiet.
Yeah,
people come in and behave. Sometimes, they speak English, but that's like the worst crime. It's as bad as it gets, so that's not so bad, is it?
Yeah. So yeah, how long have you been drawing and like all that experience and whatnots?
This is like a real talk show, isn't it?
I know, yeah.
There's really not much to say. I've been drawing all my life. I don't know how. I mean, everyone was drawing when they were a kid, right?
Yeah.
But,
all those finger paints is like I know how to draw, Mom. You know, kind of.
Yeah.
Like,
You drew like your grandparents, and they were just like huge circles with smiley faces on them.
Yeah.
With like sticks sticking out of them for limbs. So yeah, but like,
I'm gonna figure out
I watched a lot of cartoons during my youth, and every time a show would end, I'd rush over to fetch the paper and the felt tip pens, and then I'd just sort of copy whatever I remembered being on screen.
Yeah, I would never actually do that, you know. I love drawing and everything. I love like arts and crafts and everything, but then I never really felt the need to like, oh, I gotta draw that, you know.
That's always been how I've been with it. That's how I started getting good.
Get good.
Yes, I had a good memory for that sort of thing, and just helping and just like replicating what I saw on like Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon was how I sort of got going with that. And then when I started secondary school, you go through a lot of phases as a kid. I think you mentioned once in a stream that you wanted to do puppets, right?
Oh yeah, puppets was definitely my thing. Like I watched the Muppet Show and Sesame Street and all that. And I was like just hooked on
I
that.
went through a puppet phase as well.
Yeah, where it's just like
an author phase and a video game phase, but I think I sort of landed on animation and general drawingness around secondary school, and it's been that way ever since, really. Nowadays I post all my if I do any pony drawings, I throw them on Derpy Boru, and pretty much anything else goes on my Deviantart. But I don't really post much these days because I'm too busy working full time as an animator. So usually I just, after a whole day of doing this stuff for my job, I just don't want to pick up a pen anymore. Not that I think drawing or anything, but I don't post as many cute ponies anymore, which is a shame. But today I will try and make up for that.
All right. Well, let me get through. Definitely Rip Bogger. Yes. Let us leak. Hello. I can do my little wave if I can get my... Oh, where my hand is. Hang on. Lost my hand. Where'd my hand go? Whoop, whoop. Welcome. And Judge says, hey, Cookie. Because I can't read it.
Hey, man.
There you go.
I'm not reading the chat, so Yoshi.
I'm having to do some weird telephone for you. Yeah. Yep. So today will be. I figured that because Cookie's also, the good artist, and we could tell between our different styles, that we could do a little workshop or do some little tips, of like, how'd you get so good? And it's like, I want to steal, 1% of your artistic power kind of deal.
I hope I can teach you at least one thing, because I'm a terrible teacher.
I would love that. Yeah. Should we start fresh and like try to figure out like what was your process of like drawing this little doodle here maybe? Or
Well, this here was just muscle memory. I wouldn't know how to describe it, but we could try and draw a character from scratch, and I'll sort of tell you how I go about it. Going more seriously, quote unquote.
My bad. Yeah.
Make it. Let's go in a new image. I open a new image.
A new page. I'm on there. Okay.
Okay. Let me just zoom in.
Yeah. I'm left-handed, and I'm gonna show the entire screen. So, if I'm left-handed, then I'm gonna try and draw, from left to right. So, I guess this is just an opening question. Do you feel like whenever you draw characters, do you feel like you always like same face syndrome, where it's like, oh, I always draw characters facing, like looking one way or the other?
Oh yeah. Well, kind
of get in the trap when it's like a doodle or something. It's like, oh wait, they're all kind of facing the same way.
Yeah,
because like it's easier.
I used to have really bad same face syndrome. That's something I've slowly been sort of forcing out of my muscle memory. I get acutely aware of the habits I do, and I've got like a real problem where like I won't draw anything unless it's like new to me or if I've never done it before, which is also why like I don't upload much, because I think that's been done. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I used to have same face syndrome. Not so much anymore, I hope.
Well, we'll see about that. Yeah.
we'll see about that.
Yeah.
This might be the worst decision I've made all week.
All right. So Let's say you are you're forced to draw a pony, and what's the first thing you have to do?
Okay, let's draw a horse. Let's draw a little My Little Pony character.
Should I draw along with you, or?
Yeah, you can do.
Okay.
We'll start with a circle.
Whoa. Okay. Slow down. Okay.
I know this is infinite sides. I know
Okay.
it's a lot.
What should I do?
That's a very good circle.
Okay.
If you want to keep it a square, you can.
I mean,
be experimental.
yeah.
Also, I want to apologize. My circles already look really rough because I'm a bit lagging behind. Usually, my circles look a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't.
You're using a full-on
It's a
screen
pretty,
tablet.
elegant little circle there.
Yeah. I don't know what kind of cheek I was going for there.
So what we're gonna do first is basically the guidelines or the rough sketch, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna do this first to sort of map out the proportions and the pose and everything, so that we can add another layer on top, and then draw it properly on top. This is how I always go about it.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're doing first, we're gonna start with the head with something called the Loomis method. The Loomis method is a way of drawing heads. Basically, so we've got our circle here. This is going to be our horse's head. And we want to put a line going down it. And that's going to dictate whereabouts the character is facing. So I'm just going to do like a basic standard like profile view. So it's going to be like the character's looking like this way.
Doesn't matter how curvy it is. I guess, yeah, that's going to be like...
It'll depend on the curvature of your character's head.
Yeah. It's obviously just doing it like straight up and down. That'll be just a front view kind of thing.
Yeah.
But this kind of shows
You got it.
It shows the dimensionals of it. It's like it has form, so it's actually kind of coming a little closer to you.
It's a circle, it's a sphere. So this line is showing the curvature of it.
Yeah, like a basketball is like not a straight line down at an angle. Yeah.
You want to draw a line across, which will indicate like the
opposite way.
The line of sight. Yeah. So what I like to do, I like to do it a little bit above halfway, like around here. This is where like sort of the middle of your eyes will be.
Okay.
So like this character is obviously going to be looking straight ahead. If they were looking down, it'd be like that or something. Or if they were looking up.
Wow. Yeah, I could already tell that. Yeah, that's cool.
So with horses, let me think. Next we'd do, I guess, the muzzle. And the muzzle would probably start not so much in the very center here, but maybe like around here.
Is this going to be a G4 character?
Yeah, we're going to do G4.
Okay.
That's what I'm most familiar with. Something kind of like that, I guess.
Yeah, I always get troubles, trying to get this exact, kind of shape out of it. Always got to like rough it out a little bit and then go, well, maybe kind of feel it a little better. That's why I'm so sketchy, because like I was gonna say, never married to like I'm not really married to like one line. So I'm like, oh, if I draw it enough, then one of these will kind of look good. And then because I'm always my method is always to like draw so many times over and then be like, okay, draw on a new layer and be like, I like this line, and then like really and then you remove the rest of the green lines out of it, and all you're left with is in that purple line kind of thing.
Well, that's interesting. I never thought of doing it that way. With me,
I've always drawn over myself.
Really smooth and clean, so I've always been doing things in just one stroke. And
yeah, I've always drawn it this way. Yeah, because I've always all those hard to draw books is like, well, you're gonna eventually erase these lines anyway, so it's like, well, might as well just keep going with more lines, I guess.
Well, that's why we've got layers, baby.
Yeah.
So anyway, with this line here, you see where we started. This is a great way to connect the eye that's further over here.
And
so
nice,
you just sort of draw like a tall oval.
How tall is that? Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then here we'll do like sort of another oval like that.
About the same size, but it'll be a little bit wider, it looks like.
Yeah. It sort of points inwards towards the muzzle, kind of.
Okay.
Or like towards the bottom of the face, something like that.
That's what I mean. Like just kind of draw 100 lines to maybe make one okay looking line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I hate how squiggly my lines look because of the. It's totally the lag. I don't have arthritis, I swear.
Okay.
And then inside the eyeball, we can add our pupils. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that we're gonna be doing a character that looks like this most of the time.
Whoa. Alrighty.
Just a hunch, unless you wanted to do a different character.
No, I'm good. Start in comfy zone, you know.
Then I usually move up here to draw the ear, and that's just sort of like
These are always like artistic interpretation, like, you know, that's more of a IRL kind of real horse kind of ear.
yeah.
If you look
not that way.
yeah, where it's kind of like pointed in, that kind of like more sharp, because like you look at my Avatar one, it's more, you know, it's got that more kind of
yours is
ovally, you know, just kind of round at the top, you know, this kind of shape.
You can go overly if you want.
Yeah.
You got to be careful not to make them too big. I used to make pony ears that were like that.
Oh.
Although you could.
That's that's kind of what, this is where, you know, you can have fun with this of like how you want to. I'll draw it how you draw it so I can compare.
Little tiny ears so she can't hear anything. Then sure.
Yeah.
And then you just want to like show like the way her ear folds in.
Always confused like what that you really knew what that line really meant.
There you go. I guess should we do her hair now? We'll do her hair later.
Let's do like the mouth maybe.
Realize that we're at the very bottom of the page. I hope I'll have room.
I think you're pretty good. I think we might be able to lasso or move this up if I can drag. Does that move? No, you're on a different layer.
There we go. I've moved mine.
Okay. I will move mine up.
You just use the topmost tool. You don't need to lasso it.
Oh, really? Oh, cool. And it gets everything. Nice. Okay. Okay. Yep, ready.
There we go. Right. So for the body, more circles. I think I heard someone joke once that a pony's basically 3 circles joined together.
Sounds about right.
The upper circle you want to do is their torso, I guess.
Is that a little smaller than the head? I thought they were about the same. I thought they were about the same size as the head.
We can do it in the same size.
Yeah.
Maybe I tried to do that, but I just failed everything.
Okay.
Hang on, let me check my references. I made a bunch of like stuff to reference beforehand. Maybe it is the same size. No, it's slightly smaller. It's a smaller circle.
Interesting.
And then you want one more circle behind them, but slightly raised for their butt.
Really raise, and this is more of a 3/4 where you can kind of connect these kind of thing.
Yes.
Okay.
The butt circle, let's call it, is slightly higher because pony's arcs. Pony's back.
Hump rump. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can see like they connect like that, and that's basically our body. But you want to connect them more like this.
And the bottom one's kind of more flat. Okay.
Yeah.
Is mine okay?
Yours is looking good, man.
Okay. Okay.
In fact, I probably did mine a bit too far away, so I'm going to move mine a bit closer.
Does that lasso work? Meow. Something like that.
That's good.
So
the legs, I'm usually really cheap with this. I usually just do that to know where the legs are going. If you want to be more legit, you can be like, okay, there's like 3 joints in this thing.
Hi, Raven. Welcome.
The foot. So it usually goes like...
Okay, this is the hardest part for me. Because I usually just kind of go, up, you know, or, let's see.
Yeah, this part isn't fun.
Yeah.
I'm messing up all over the place. So you want to make sure like the leg is sort of like a tube, but it like widens out at the bottom of the hoof.
I think I'm stuck in lasso mode or something. Can't draw. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I usually draw my legs like hop, 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 you know, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Maybe something. They always can end up like boxy at the bottom, you know.
That's true for a G4.
Yeah.
At least. They work
These little marshmallow hooves at the bottom, but I guess they're more kind of like more like that.
For future reference. If it helps for future reference, they are made up of like 3 bits. like the hoof there, then there's the arm, and then the upper arm like that.
Exactly. That's kind of how you break down if it's a character puppet, like in Flash or Toon Boom. You just kind of break it down into like the top part.
Right. You can use that like knowledge for like constructing characters for drawing as well.
Maybe a hoof part down here. So yeah, that probably helps a lot. Is that I know at least how you break down the character puppets. You know, you get something like that. Maybe something I'll just kind of steal this, I guess, and just kind of move that over.
So let's make her exciting. Like, I don't know, like maybe it's doing that. I don't know. Messed that up.
Brush isn't working out. I get stuck in lasso mode. Yeah.
If our drawings look bad, it's because the software is bad.
Yeah. We're amazing artists, yeah. I can please have a brush again. Please. No.
I don't think I've drawn right at all.
I'm slow. I'm trying to get my... Give me my brush back. Hope.
Just click on the brush, dude. It's over there. On the left. It's B. Press the B button.
B. It's not doing it. It's like I'm stuck in...
Are you sure you're not like on a white brush?
There we go.
Check your color wheel.
Okay, I got it. Yeah, I get stuck in lasso mode, and then it's like not select, like in Photoshop where like it's stuck in there.
Oh, right, okay. You just need to deselect or something.
Yeah. I like how it kind of like tapers out, I think. That might help a lot. And then it kind of
does.
Round it out at the bottom. Something like that. Is that good? And then you had it.
That's good enough. You can just do another arm doing the same thing if you want. Or you can make her do something else.
Yeah. Kind of like make some little shapes here to like kind of connect between the points.
That's it, yeah.
Kind of like that, I guess.
There you go. Hind legs are a little bit tricky.
Oh, I hate hind legs.
They have to go back like this.
And eyeshadow.
They also should go a little bit forward. Maybe not that far forward. A little bit forward, because you got to think about how they're balancing.
True.
And then from there, it's the same sort of thing. Just connects them.
We are drawing. Night Shadow was asking, what are we drawing? We're drawing
the iconic lazy-eyed horse from the that show.
Wix EWIXER says, yo, Magma stream. Hi, Yoshi. Hello. Good to see you. Yeah, we're, Cookie here is trying to teach me how to draw gooder, and I'm trying my best.
He has no idea that I have no idea what I'm talking about. But so far, it's going great.
Let's see. It's like Elixir, Elixir. I can't even say that. See that it's kind of pointed downward. I'll try that. Elixir. Oh dear. I can't do it.
Sir, what are you
yeah, their username is EWIXR. I'm just trying to figure out how to... Oh, it's not there.
I think you're getting the most unpronounceable usernames in your chat.
Oh no.
It's like once a stream you struggle to say something.
Yeah.
But I don't blame you. Sometimes people just have weird names.
They're all beautiful. I always like to say that, but it's like...
Beautiful, weird.
They're beautifully, all these fun names, and you're blessed to have these beautiful names, but it's just like, for me, my tongue doesn't want to say it.
I guess now we can do a wing. Let's just play it safe. Let's have our wing closed. You just draw a capital D like that, and then do like oof, oof, oof.
Dang, okay, I never thought of it that way. Because I always kind of like leave it open and then kind of like curve it around or something.
You can do that. That will make it look a lot more elegant. I mean, people draw the wings differently. I think in the show itself, they are a very basic shape.
It's just kind of like a,
Just,
I think it's something
like that as well.
Yeah, something like that. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I've seen that kind of style that you got. That's probably actually better. Mine's kind of like what like more princessy, like a cadence kind of maybe wing style or something. I don't know.
I might actually do that. It
Yeah.
did look better, didn't it?
Yours is more. I've seen maybe this kind of.
If you don't want to do more realistic wings, you make sure the middle one sticks out, adds a bit of depth to it.
That's good. Something like that. Yeah.
There's a wing.
Or Twilight Sparkle, Princess Twilight. It's got their own style. Something more like what I'm drawing in the middle, I think.
There's a surprising amount of ways to draw them on the show itself.
It's like they're all different or something.
So I'm going to make that a bit transparent, then make a new layer on top.
That's really transparent. I can't see it. Lift it up a little bit. That's like barely visible on my end.
Oh, right.
Lift up the opacity on yours.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's good. Okay. I usually like it very, very opaque just so I can see what I'm doing, but
yeah, just sort of stream so I can see it. It was like 1%, and it was like some 1% blue or something, and it was like, Are
you gonna
Yep.
do the same?
I think I'm on the same layer or something. Let's see. Opacity. Oh, cool. I could do it too.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll lower that down. I'll go
May as
ahead.
well get our hair done.
Yeah, should we go back to our sketch layer then? We could do it as a blocking.
No,
maybe.
we're doing that on top. We'll just do it on top. It's fine.
Okay.
I mean, Derpy's hair is really simple. It's just a bunch of like spikes, really. But the thing about hair in Lauren Faust cartoons is that they're really, really stupid, and they just don't follow any rules. They look great, but like drawing them, they're insane.
Yeah, but they don't work in 3D, kind of thing.
Yeah, they really don't. Have you seen Rarity's hair? Have you ever tried drawing that?
I know. I like watched like a post on X, and it's like just watching Rarity like flip her head around, and it's like that doesn't make any sense for her hair. It just looks so weird from that other angle.
Something when she designed that. that's the topic for another day. With Derpy, there's like a little flick down here that goes across. It's sort of curved, like that. And then like there's a big chunk of it, like the main piece of her hair comes down like that, and there's a little flick on top of it, and it curves around like that.
Dang, you got it. Got that down to a T there. And then it's gotta
see if Yoshi can do it.
I don't know. I've only drawn Derpy 10 years. So it's like making it more.
I'm glad you just have to design these puppets like once.
I know. Even then, I'm using the vector tools the whole time too to get that perfect. Always like adding a little spike at the top. I guess it's more rainbow dashy, but
she does look a bit punk rocker.
Yeah,
I like to add like these two little cowlicks on the side.
Ah,
my little touch to it.
That's cute.
I don't know why. I think it just makes her look a bit messier.
That's cute.
And I believe her the lower half of her mane goes like one little one that flicks outwards like that. Well, let me do that again. And then it's
kind of like an S curvy out. It kind of goes whoop whoop. Like
probably
more.
Does have an S curve now. Yeah, maybe.
Kind of goes like out and then in a little bit and then curves in, something like that. And then it goes maybe
one, and then there's a shorter one.
Oh, it goes the same way.
So it goes.
So let that curve. I think it kind of like goes in and then back out, sort of like that.
That's good.
I've heard that for the main 6, like all their hairs, because there had to be flash puppets, they designed their hairs to always have the hair and neck always be connected to the head. Like they wouldn't have like a backward thing here. Like on DJ Pondry, we'd have like this back hair thing, because that'd be too hard to animate, because the head would be a separate layer, and then the back hair would have to be behind the neck. And so every time the head would move, you would always then have to like make sure that the back hair back here would always have to also move and animate, because they'd be different pieces. It'd be really more tricky. So they always designed it to have like both of them be on one side. Yeah,
I do. Yeah, that's right. I guess Fluttershy almost breaks that rule. Her hair sort of goes over her.
I think it's like almost like perfectly like it can still kind of be this kind of shape where it's still sort of connected. But yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. It will definitely Applejack and all of them. Yeah.
As for her tail,
Yeah. Okay.
I don't really remember. I guess if we go back on our
I think it's
overlay real quick, you can just like do that to tell you where the tail is gonna go. Should have done that before, really.
I think it's just
and that
kind
will just give you
of.
some ideas to where it goes. I think there's like a spike here just to show where it drops off.
I always draw it like this.
That looks close enough to me.
Yeah. Whoa. Okay.
Difference, as long as it looks like.
It's got to be similar to her main hair, because that's usually like you would style your everything to be kind of complementary. This kind of same style,
It's the same sort of idea, yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to have.
Get away with just doing the same.
Yeah, wouldn't want to have like one be really up here and then at the bottom be, kind of flowy or something at the bottom, With this weird OC that I got now here, where it's got this spiky at the top and then at the bottom will be this flowiness.
So cool.
I know. You would have the tail also be kind of short or spiky or something,
And he's best friends with Discord, and he's married to Princess Celestia, and he's the most powerfulest Eloquent.
He's don't steal that guy.
So with that sorted out, I guess we can just go in and
just kind of go through now, because now I can pick out what line I like now. I mean, you can basically just trace that. Yeah. Welcome. Wano. Hi from Spain. Welcome.
Hola.
Yo.
I mean, when it comes to mouths, do whatever you want, I guess. If you want it to be accurate, just do like a little.
Oh, that's cute.
A little thing like that.
Yeah. I think I made
Other than that, you
snout a little.
Go off what we did before.
Want to be real accurate is that you can. Is there a line connecting, like, her skull? I guess there is. From her snout, mouth to basically where her hair neck would be. Is there a line? I thought usually they usually kind of stops. Somehow.
It ends here.
Yeah, and I guess then it just kind of
that the head and the neck are connected.
Yeah. Start off my reference so I can see here what I'm doing here. Kind of clean that up a little. Let's see.
I have to go slow. I'm gonna lag
might leave as I'm doing something. That's okay, Raven. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah, we're drawing Derpies. Trying our best here. See what I heard to say. I mean, the artists usually say that they hate line arting. It's like the worst part or something.
Yeah. It is.
It's like the most stressful and like just trying to make beautiful lines, after you spent, you had so much fun like making all the, the fun lines, and then it's like, oh, how do I, no, no. Yeah, it's like jazz. Yeah.
It's like jazz. It's all like jazz.
It's all jazz. Yeah.
You're having fun. You're just letting like your hand do all the work. You're not really thinking about it, and then you really want to like recapture that magic, of the energy you had. It's not necessarily hard, but it's just tedious, especially when it comes to things like circles and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Because you get really attached to your sketches, like when you stand back and think, "Oh, this is ready." You just want to make sure it looks as good, if not better, and usually it looks neither.
Yeah. Because my usual style is that I'd sketch maybe 2 or 3 times, or like I go through and I'll make something that looks like my first drawing. Here I'll draw that at this one style, and then I would draw it with this style where it's just more a little bit still sketchy, but like more refined, and then I would go through with a vector tool and vector it.
Oh, I see.
So I usually don't care.
Sometimes it's good to do like multiple roughs. I believe the better artists out there will actually do that. I have like no patience whatsoever, so I usually just do one and then jump straight into cleaning it up. But I did used to until I got bored of doing it.
Yeah. It was a question.
I
It was a question.
I couldn't draw the eye properly, so I cheated and I've just like.
That was a question I always had: is that why don't digital artists use the pen tool for their line art? Like if you use a vector brush as their final line art, like why are you still using?
Well, a lot of people don't even use vector software.
I'm sure it's in all the main programs, right? Where they're not.
Not in the ones I use.
Really?
Yeah, I've never used that sort of stuff.
Huh. Okay then. I was worried about that because, like, why not just, you know, it seems
it's
superior kind of a drawing, whereas like it's vector and it's perfect and you can zoom in.
Going for. Some people want their drawings to look natural, like, as natural as they can. Really, depends how clean you want to make your stuff look.
There's so many other benefits for a vector, though. You know, where it's like, oh, it could be infinitely scalable. You can use it, you know, in any size. Yeah, it's true, yeah. Able to fill it in easy. Able to reuse it. You know, if you want this to be 10 times bigger on a billboard kind of thing, you know, you can reuse this drawing, have it be perfectly filled in and everything. Otherwise, you know, if you want like 100, if you drawn like a background, you want 100 trees, and it's like, well, do you want to draw each one individually, or just kind of copy paste and maybe change some little values about it or something, you know?
I am quite a traditionalist, though.
Yeah.
So usually I would say, yes, I shall draw every tree.
Okay.
Right, more than anything.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Can't think of the last time I actually did something like really like that, where it's like, should I do this the long way? No. It's really, you know, you really got to time manage yourself a lot with a lot of this. Because with this, it's not like cooking where it's like, well, if I leave this in the oven for 10 more minutes, it's going to actually burn, you know? But you can leave artwork in the oven for a lot longer. It'll maybe turn out better, but it might also turn out worse if you spend too long on it. Then it actually starts second guessing yourself or start really going into nitty gritty with everything. It's like, actually, that doesn't look as well as it used to on the first couple passes.
Well, that usually manifests itself when you've got a finished piece and you look at it and you just start adding filters and overlays and stuff. And, you know, at some point, a drawing's done.
Yeah.
And it doesn't need any more.
Just walk away. You're done. I think with this, I think I'm pretty good. I can go back through and clean up some of these line work stuff now. Still left all my sketchiness here. In here. Let's see. Thank you. Hi, Ben. Looking good. Thank you. I'm on the left.
Don't believe him. He's the one with the blue rust.
Let's see. Thank you, hugging emoji, Juano. Los panas. So poo. Thank you. Or po. I don't know. Can't tell you guys. Probably should feed Derpy a little bit more. I can kind of fill this out a little more. It's kind of too straight out there. There you go. Let's see. Yeah, which one of these chatters, which one of these would you cuddle first? Would you be like, oh, I want a big hug from this one?
Which one looks the most trustworthy?
Yeah. See, it's an alley.
If you loan one of these guys like $1,000, who would you pick first?
Never like how unnatural their mouth colored. It's like purple and orange. Did they change that? And I haven't seen G5 in so long. I haven't been watching it. You know? Yeah, whether or not G5 actually changed their mouth colors because it's so unnatural.
To be honest, I've seen close to nothing of like the 2D stuff. I've only been keeping up with the Make Your Mark.
Interesting. Yeah, I just kind of fell out with both of them, honestly. I just haven't been watching it since, like, I think, like, the last winter episode where they got the spaceship thing, and it's like, that's cool. Plot, I guess, cool. It's like a fly machine. Yeah, then in the 3D one. The last
when they got that like caravan and they gave it wings or something.
Yes. Yeah. And it's like,
yeah.
cool. Okay. I guess that furthers the plot. I guess I was just kind of like bored of just like how nothing was happening in a lot of them.
No, you're right. Nothing does happen.
Nothing happens.
They did wrap up. Well, they didn't really wrap up anything, but they finally had Sonny meet the main villain.
Oh, good. Oh, wow. Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, it was always bound to happen, but it took a bit too long. I won't spoil it for you, but they do eventually get somewhere.
Oh, good. I feel like, yeah.
The only thing keeping me watching was Misty.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like my visual novel had more plot in one little little segment there. The whole couple movies.
Are you going to make another one of those? You think you've got a future in visual novels?
I do want to make video games. I think I've touched on this before, but I just want to finish my movie as my priority right now. I just got a couple other projects I want to just wrap up. I have a commission that I want to finish up for this week or so. And then Midnight Mirrors keeps calling me back. It's like, I just want to be an assistant, or a animation director on it. Please don't have me animate on that anymore, please. But I keep getting called back into like...
You just don't want to.
It's complicated. I don't want to get into it now with Midnight Mirrors, yeah. But yeah, they keep calling me back and it's like, hey, can you talk to the newbie animator and say, hey, what should we do, about this and that? And it's like, the team at Midnight Mirrors is literally that one guy now. Back then, it's like we had a like 2, 3 like real workers on it, like storyboarders and no animators. I was the only animator on it. Get your cutie mark in there.
I should have a cutie mark. I usually save the cutie marks for the coloring stage, to be honest, because I do them with no outline.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. So.
Which I'm going to start coloring now.
Okay.
I thought Midnightmares was a series, wasn't it?
It's like a Disney Enterprise where it's like it's got the toys, it's got the comic, it's got the animation sort of.
Very ambitious for a project with so few members.
Exactly, and that's the problem is that it can barely even do one of those ventures,
I mean, all the best to them, I wish them the best of luck.
Yeah, it's mostly just Chris Gann, who's working on it as a director. Not full time, he's busy with his own family now and a toy shop, a different toy shop that doesn't directly do Midnight Mirrors exclusively. So it's like, oh, okay. It's like it's not his passion project. It's a passion project hobby kind of thing now. It always kind of was, where it's not not full time, like this is what I do now, and it's kind of like, well, maybe on the side, you'll be like, hey Yoshi, you want to work on this again, I guess, So it's like, okay. So I worked on that Daybreak Patreon animation, which I thought would just be shown to just patrons, so it's kind of like, well, I guess more people see it now, but it's kind of like, okay. As we had to split up duties where we had multiple people working on it, which was fun, but it's like, it kind of shows that everyone's kind of working on it. All of our different skill sets kind of don't exactly one-to-one match up. So, been trying to teach that new animator how to animate. The problem is that the animator is more of a walk cycle kind of guy. So it's like, hey, can you do character animation? He's like, I don't feel comfortable enough. And I tried to explain like Toon Boom master controls. He's like, what's a master control? And it's like, that's kind of what
Where did they find this guy?
he was,
Were they that desperate for animators? They got someone who can only do walk cycles, but that's it?
Pretty much. It's like, Gann was like, because he likes making, it's like finding pony people, and it's like, that makes sense. That's like people who be confident in animating and drawing horses. So it's like, okay, yeah, sure, get the pony animator, but we don't necessarily have to have, plenty of animators to work on this. Like, it's not a requirement, you know, for what we're doing.
I mean, I'm sure it's a safe bet because
Yeah.
if you ask someone, you run the risk of them being like, "Pony's you."
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. About the G5 stuff. The G5 show is a victim of Hasbro's terrible distribution plan. If there's a normal show like G4 was, it could be much stronger by building up to something. Yeah, I feel like
It does seem they were just throwing them out. With no plan whatsoever. I don't know what they were doing with G5.
They started strong with the movie, and then it's like, yeah, and then they don't do anything for like 50 episodes, and then we got this shorts, and then it's like, I guess something sometimes happens in the 3D ones, but if you don't watch the 3D one, then it's like really boring to watch all the YouTube ones. So it's like, it's hard to really sit through a lot of that now.
It was just a very messy sort of.
It's so messy.
I
Yeah.
don't know why they felt the. Well, I know why they felt the need to connect it to G4 because they wanted to sort of rope people in,
but then at that,
everything about it so
yeah,
convoluted.
Exactly. Because then it's like, well, then you gotta explain why isn't Discord, and then why isn't he helping? Why is all of this that could have been solved by G4 stuff? Why isn't it there? And it's like, oh, you're trying to differentiate it into its own, almost like its own universe, but then also trying to connect it into something that's very, very, very established, you know? So then it's like, well, how do you...
It's probably just for brand recognition. I have no doubt they wanted to just start fresh, but they wanted to make sure that...
There were some leaks before G5, like when they were developing G5, is that they wanted to have different takes on the G4 characters and have like, switch them up and have like Pinkie Pie B, a Pegasus, and that kind of stuff.
I did see that, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like they had interesting plans, and it's like, well, they could have just... I don't know how really serious about that kind of a plan it was, or was that just an experimentation, there we go, of like, well, we could have, like, what would a G5, kind of character be? So, like, let's use our already established characters and then figure out whether or not that'll be good or not.
I mean, for what it's worth, when you shut your brain off and you just sort of accept it for what it is, I think the 3D show at least did get better as it went along.
Okay. Yeah, it just lost me too quickly, I guess, where it's like, I don't want to.
I think it's a weird situation for everyone to be in, really, because when G4 came out, half of the appeal was because, wow, this is actually good.
Mm-hmm.
I think
it's not strawberry shortcake or, kind of.
It's this brand that we associate with a lack of quality, let's say, but like they brought on like a industry veteran to make it something special, and I feel like maybe some people were a bit too critical in MLP as it went along. With Make Your Mark and G5 and everything, it feels like they just want to go back to the way things were. They just want to make their pony show and sell a few dolls. But they've put themselves under a bit of scrutiny by just connecting it to G4.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I hate saying just shut your brain off and enjoy it, because it's kind of a lazy way of defending stuff. But I think in the case of G5, it is what it is. it's your regular pony stuff. Like French Biz Magic was not the norm. It was very much the exception.
I'm gonna look up.
But I think the characters are fun. It's not all bad.
I'm just gonna. Because I always mess this up. But which way? Is there tongues? Orange. Okay. That's right.
Have you got a color palette open?
Yeah, I just looked up pony mouths. Thankfully, they're okay. They look alright. That's not orangey enough. That might work. There's some colorblind people, and we're in, these trophy design stuff, and they sometimes have to, figure out, like, make a design, and it's like, well, we got a color match. some of this stuff, and it's like they would come to me and say, "Hey, you can see colors, right?" And it's like, "Uh-huh. Is this hot pink?" I was like, "That's just pink." And they're like, "Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, can you help, color match to this style of design?" I was like, "Okay." So I saved the day by my non-chromatic eyes, I guess. I was able to see
I'm so
colors. I was like, I really saved the day there. It looked really cool too. It's like for this 80s kind of style, kind of design thing. They wanted to.
Do you want me to be nitpicky about your Derpy Hooves?
Oh, this is what we're here for. Yeah, let's go for it.
Actually, your Cutie Mark has 7 bubbles.
Ah, dang, yeah, I didn't pay attention to that enough. Yeah, okay. So what would I do? Let's see.
You don't have to change it.
Yeah, okay. If that's all that's kind of not great, then I'm sure some of my proportions, I guess, are a little bit off. Like, I know that yours more round, mine's kind of tall, I guess, in my...
Yours. I think the legs could be longer.
Okay. There are...
Look at
yeah.
the one that's bent. If that was
yeah.
Stretched downwards, it would be longer.
Huh.
If her legs were longer, it'd be really good. I love how you draw her hair. I love her really happy expression. I always like seeing Derpy with like really messy hair. I like how you've done that. Looks really good. Just like the legs could be longer. That's all I can say.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we're getting used to critiques, in college. So it's like, yeah, all right, yeah, sure. It's like, whatever. It's like, I already did it. Coolio, let me check how the guy's doing. Cool. Obviously, I don't want to critique the master here, so I'm not gonna get into that. Ooh, little highlights. Oh, that's kind of like the comic book side where they have really shiny manes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the real mark of a someone who cares, I guess.
Not too bad.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Nice.
There you go. They're sisters.
I like the little cheek pull up. That's nice. That's good to...
That was literally just me. I couldn't be bothered to fill the circle, so I just made her use her cheek. I guess it doesn't make sense because her mouth's over here. So
yeah, it wouldn't be... You think about the muscles of how everything be pulling up. Yeah.
But just shut your brain off, man. Just shut your brain.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want more time on that, or do you want to...
I'm done.
Okay,
what
cool.
else did you want to do?
Well, how long... Well, do you have to leave around now?
I mean, I could, unless you want me to stay for like another half hour or something. How long were you going to stream for?
Well, I was thinking you're really going to stay for like an hour or so.
Well, I don't want to cut your stream short.
Yeah.
What you want to do.
Well, if we do for a half hour, it'll still be short, because I usually go for 2 hours. So we'll only go for an hour and a half then.
Well, why don't we just, I don't want to take control here, but let's ask the chat if they have any requests, and then maybe we can fulfill them.
Usually that doesn't usually work out for me, but
Usually that's really...
It usually doesn't really work out.
Who knows? Maybe today we'll get lucky.
Yeah, let's go to...
Maybe we could request each other all.
Yeah, let's go to a new page and say, like, draw me a this, and then, like, I dare you to draw something. Let's do that. You like drawing, like, not pony stuff? Like, is anything... I know you do Isabel, right?
I do a lot of Isabel. I think she's the only character that beats out Derpy in terms of how much I've drawn. But I draw a lot of Animal Crossing. That's mainly what's on my deem, Can
I request a character? Can I request... who's the bunny? The rabbit with the sweater? Who got...
From New Horizons.
New Horizons? Yeah.
Sasha, I believe.
Okay.
I can draw him.
You can draw Sasha? I got a request for Bluey. I can do a Bluey. That sounds easy-ish. Alright.
I've never drawn Sasha before, so this will be...
Never drawn Bluey.
Bluey, they've got like Play-Doh proportions, haven't they? They've got like a huge...
They got rectangly.
Or something? Oh, no, I'm thinking wrong. They're just squares, aren't they?
They're just rectangles, yeah.
They're very strange looking.
Bluey! Okay.
I'm just pulling up a reference.
I'm pulling up other references too. Thanks to Guardian. The Cult of Bluey. How a kids' cartoons became a Bible for modern parenting. Thank you for having a picture. I've watched like 5 episodes. I know I gotta really watch more.
I get told to watch it a lot, but I've just not been interested. Maybe I'll give it a shot. I don't know. Whereabouts are you working? Left side or right side?
Yeah, I will draw on the left side.
Okay.
So you can draw on the right. Ooh, here's how to draw.
What should Sasha be doing? Should he just be waving at the camera? Or doing something?
Ooh. I think I got a picture of Bluey waving, so we could wave to each other.
Okay. Oh, okay, so should they be facing towards each other?
Yeah. So
okay.
Bluey would be looking this way, and then little wave, and then say hello. And then, yeah, you could be facing this way too. Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds good. I like that.
Okay, cool.
A meeting of the minds.
Yes. Is Bluey smaller? Probably want to move your Sasha up a little. Or you gotta make room for the ears, I guess.
Oh yeah, that's true. Let me just...
yeah, try to resize it. Yeah, we can do multiple layers to figure this out, yeah.
There we go.
So I get a box.
We can just resize when they're done anyway. So.
Well, that's a point of having it be a vector. Would be real nice.
It's true.
I get.
No, that's a genuine issue with raster-based stuff, because if you want to resize something, then you've got to deal with anti-aliasing.
Gotta redraw it, yeah. Let's see. G5 2D7 isn't that bad. Yeah. Bluey is a show next to front of.
You just laughed at after hearing his opinion. You couldn't help but laugh.
Bluey, the show
It
isn't.
looks okay. I just I couldn't get past the art style to me.
Of G5.
Yeah, I think they look better in 3D.
That's the problem. It's like the Jimmy and Timmy Power Hour. It's like one of them's, one style's gonna look better,
They should do that.
Yeah.
Crossover with itself.
Gonna try and add a little bit more. Try to have it not be straight up and down. Try to make it more bean shape going on, like a little shape to here. Gotta do the how to draw book, kind of like, okay, let me just rough in weird shapes going on. And then did you remove? I can't see your your
Don't worry, you'll see Sasha materialize on screen.
Okay. I'm very ready for that.
I didn't think you were focusing on my end, I'm sorry.
Oh, I just saw like it just disappeared, so I was like, wait a minute, where'd you go?
Should probably brush out his hair actually.
Yeah, that sketch looks great. I've drawn a Among Us with square feet already. Look at me go.
That's another thing about sketches, though. Your imagination can just fill in the blanks most of the time.
Yeah.
And nothing's better than your imagination, like every single instance. So it's always going to fall flat on some level, which is the tragedy of it.
Yeah, hey, I can't make this. Whatever this is now.
Like if Picasso drew blue.
This is me roughing it in, no. I'll get to it. my hand go? There it is.
Do you have Sasha on your island? Is he like your new favorite or something?
No, I think it's just one of my personal favorites. If I was able to, you know, add any character to my island, I think it'd be Sasha. Love his design.
I have him on my island.
What?
That's right.
No. Just sneak into your island and steal him.
I'm just camping, so invite me.
Yeah. I don't know, this is gonna work at all. Okay. What did I do? Oh, Five Nights at Freddy's kind of horror going on in here. My thing. Let's just turn that down. Okay. This is why it's sketched like 5 times. Because like one of them is gonna be the worst image you've ever seen in your life, and then it slowly becomes 20% better over time.
I'm gonna wait until I'm finished before looking at yours. I want it to be a surprise.
Yeah, I'll show the progression of it and just see like this monster slowly hopefully get more and more cute. I don't know, maybe. He doesn't have a underbite. This little Yogi Bear. There we go.
What did you think of the Mario stuff, Yoshi?
Mario stuff. What's that?
From yesterday. Or was it yesterday? Whenever
Oh, the Mario Wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I was like pretty cool until I was like, oh, Yoshi is a dumb helper, you know, like baby mode basically. And then I was like, I'm not sure about this game anymore.
At least you can play as him though.
Yeah, and I could be 4 different colors of Yosh. So I was like, that's cool. More excited about Daisy than anything.
Yeah, Daisy's cool.
Daisy's great. Very excited
What
about that.
color Yoshi in the game? I didn't know.
I think it's green.
Blue.
Yeah, the light blue.
Yeah.
I at one of the in Seattle there is it was like an armory, and then it turned it into like this community kind of like world kind of events and restaurants and stuff. And during one summer they had a Nintendo takeover, and they put a bunch of different games like Mario Kart, a lot of 3DS games, Pokemon. I think they were just selling a bunch of 3DS current games at the time, and Donkey Kong Country 3D and stuff. And they had a little games and stuff. And it's like, oh, okay. One of them was a real, what's it called? A claw machine. And so I was like, oh, okay, you know, you never win those, you know. It's like, okay, well, I'll just try it out. And I was like, whatever. I saw some Kirby's and a couple Yoshis, and I was like, okay, you know, I get a couple credits. And I was like, yeah, sure, it'll be fine. So I won. I got a light blue Yoshi, and I still got him on my shelf. And it's like, great, I win.
You're just bursting with enthusiasm all the time, aren't you? Yeah,
It's
maybe I'll win, whatever.
I don't know, whatever.
Maybe
I really just didn't think like that. You know, it's like I never, you know, those supermarkets with all the vending machines, all the whatever dumb toys there are in there. And it's like, yeah, no one really wins those. You know, it's like just making sure it's like, you know, don't get my hopes up if I don't win, you know, kind of thing. It's like,
that's smart. Yeah.
Don't want to come in and be like, I'm gonna beat this. You know, it's like I'm the gamer boy, you know, kind of thing.
I'm the gamer boy.
Yeah, something like that. Get some ears in here.
Start saying that from now.
I think that's from something.
Oh, I'm the gamer boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll keep saying it. Anyway.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just be that reference to that. Up, up. Little ear. Up, up. Yeah, I was thinking if I'd run out of Steam and not do pony stuff, then I might move on to video games or stuff like this, or I might just do whatever cartoons popular at the time or something.
Doing Splatoon for a while, haven't you?
Yeah, whatever I was interested at the time, like those video games or other cartoons I might be interested at the time. Yeah, like how.
And if you have any other quote unquote artist friends, you can bring them on. Ask how they do their stuff.
Yeah. Whatever, like Jake Neutron kind of stuff where it's like, well, now I'm into Pippi, you know, now I'm into this, you know, and it's like whatever's interesting to Jake Neutron at the time kind of style. Have you heard of him?
I don't know who that. Neutron? Like Jimmy Neutron?
No, he's on X. And I've seen a bunch of his posts and stuff. So someone in chat could probably figure it out. Let me see. Jake Neutron. Yeah.
I don't use Twitter often. I don't even have an account.
If I steal this, will you be able to check your Discord? Boop boop.
I got my Discord open.
Okay. Mine's almost a okay looking. You know, I'm gonna get my reference. Yeah. Okay. So right now we are furiously trying to sketch this in. How white is his arm? Pretty good. And then. Okay, see you later, John. Thanks for the BRB. No, I definitely know that. You are not here. We will not call on you. He's got fingers. Hate this. Yeah. You got any tips for fingers or cartoon hands or anything? Oh my god. Oh god. You don't want to look over here. Oh god.
You know, to tell you the truth, I have been complimented on how I draw hands and fingers and stuff, but I don't know what I'm doing. I just sort of wing it.
There's that viral video of someone like drawing like a hand, like a realistic hand, and it's just trying to draw it from like a couple different strokes, and then it's like, up, and then you get a hand, and then there's all the reactions of like, oh, that's not how that works. Where it looks completely different when they draw it. It'd be like one of those where it's like, oh, you just draw a line, and then you just kind of draw the other line, and then you just kind of connect it into some fingers or something, and it's like, whoa, okay.
Like that SpongeBob joke. He draws the head and then erases it.
Oh, yeah. Then I just draw a circle, and then I draw the head, and I erase some parts, and, you know, and circle thingy. Ugh. Oh, nubs. Okay. Ha. How's his mouth open? I don't even know. I'll just keep it closed. Oh, do I have to draw another hand? No, what is this?
Unfortunately, yes. Most fingers have two hands.
Stupid characters with two hands on them. He's gotta have a fist. I don't care.
Of our hand behind his back. No one will ever know.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's a classic. Yeah. Whoopi has pockets. No, he's real edgy there. Yeah. I'm strictly like, I don't know how to draw hands. Ugh. Oh, you were down color. Do I like that leg? Not particularly. Maybe just get a... It's cartoon enough, you know. There's certain like language, you know, like all the cartoons are kind of based on comics, you know, like those old newspaper, like all the 1920s, you know, the first cartoons are all based on like, you know, newspaper comics, you know, of how they yeah, to really get that, because everything kind of bases it on that. All those old cartoons are really based on newspaper comics were kind of drawn. Like all those like the Steamboat really has all those little like, if he's excited and he's got the whoa, you know, kind of marks coming out. You know, it's like that's like not really what you see anymore. You know, if all these little like whoa whoa whoa, and you kind of like flash back and forth or something, get these visual onomatopoeias. It's like yeah, that's really a product of them being from a.
Animation from that period is really interesting because that was back when all you needed was to show the characters moving and doing stuff, and that was just enough to amaze people.
Yeah.
Wow, that little mouse fella, he's singing and dancing.
Whoa.
Totally unique. Fucking like it. Sensational.
It kind of looks more like Bingo. Oh, why? Oh, woo. Thankfully, it's mostly blue, so hopefully I can jib some colors in there. Blue. Is this good enough blue? I don't know. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then maybe...
It has the paint bucket tool as that MS Paint thing of using artifacts around the edges.
I think there's a button for that, or at least in Drawbell I think there was. So I don't know. Just get a base.
It gives it a charm.
He's blue.
Charm.
He's bluey. He's just all blue.
Isn't Bluey a she?
Oh, I keep forgetting.
I haven't seen the show, but I think it's a she.
Yes, I think they're sisters with Bingo, and Bingo's also a girl. Shows no, sorry. Get some nice base coats in here, maybe a little darker. So maybe it's actually this color. Yeah. That's good. That's what I am trying to talk about here right now. Forgot a part. Nope. Okay. How you feeling? Like, at what point in your career, I guess, you know, growing up, where you're like confident that's like, I could do art, you know?
Probably too early on. The stuff I was drawing back in high school, because that was when I was like, yeah, this is it, man. This is where I'm going. And I was so confident myself back then. But looking back, I could have definitely used some pointers, some lessons maybe, but I think it was good to have that self-confidence, or else I wouldn't be doing it full time like I am now.
I mean, was your old stuff like, you know, what you would see on Deviantart nowadays, kind of like that kind of style, or was it still kind of this kind of
stuff? Is literally what you see on Deviantart. But,
okay. Well,
yeah, I mean, it was just typical child's drawings.
Okay.
I didn't really see a huge boost in my skills, let's say, until I went to art school, and then being surrounded by like-minded people and having that motivation. I went from a 2 out of 10 to at least an 8 out of 10 overnight.
Dang.
Well, not overnight, but maybe throughout a couple of weeks. I did a lot of practicing. Got a lot better.
Well, how'd you study then? Did you just kind of draw like the same things over and over, or were you like trying to do like a variety of things?
Sometimes straight up just studying, like looking at books and reading about the process and just observing what other people were doing as well. That really helped. A lot of watching, and then just applying all of that into my own stuff, and somehow that worked.
Cool. Yeah, I feel like, I mean, as a kid, I would always try to draw the same thing 100 times, kind of thing. Whereas I'd try to get it into like learning piano, where you just kind of memorize it enough, and eventually you'll maybe get good at it. Of course, that becomes the curse of like, well, if you draw it wrong, you know, over and over, then it's like you're gonna just be wrong your whole time. So It's kind of like that weird give and take where it's like you want to get good at it, but then it's like if you don't know how to, you know, if you don't practice it, then how do you get better? But if you keep doing it too often, then you'll get worse at it because you're not learning how to actually do it right. So it's like that's where I get kind of messy.
Where you gotta make 1,000 mistakes before you can make something good or something along those lines.
You have 100,000 drawings in. You have 100,000 bad drawings in you, so you gotta just rush to like get them out. I think that's it. So do your best to like as learning, just try and draw as much as you can. Like probably, you know, I don't know, like a lot.
A lot, yeah.
A lot. a lot. Is that Chuck Jones? It was like you have so many bad drawings in you, so just get them out as fast as you can, so you can start doing good things. And yeah. Let's see. Okay. I should probably work on the eyes. There you go. Hey, it's not a bad character design, it's a little blue. I would draw again.
Kind of funny. In like a good way.
Not bad. Definitely need to learn how to draw cartoon hands first. So he's got hands. She. Ugh. Guess it's always confusing. I never really knew that Blue in Blue's Clues was also a girl.
Yeah, I never knew that.
Yeah.
I used to love Blue's Clues, but
I love it.
Was a girl.
No, that was my childhood, literally.
Hey, your Bluey doesn't look too bad.
Thank you. If it's recognizable as a Bluey, I will take it. Just gotta clean up some of my, because I just went through and just went shoosh, did a base coat with my blue, so I'm just gonna going around the outline now.
It works. It looks really good.
Thank you. I think the hand needed a little bit more tweaking there.
Her finger's broken, but other than that,
it's when.
All you need to do there is just make sure that first finger is facing the same way as the other.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go back and try and get that. Anyways, it looks like the SpongeBob trying to get into the salty spittoon. It's like, yeah, then he cracks every finger. Ugh. Okay. So let's maybe erase the finger hands. Start over. So I can go back.
The fingers are fine. Just that first finger.
Okay. So
just make it face like the same direction as that second one.
Okay. I don't know how big my brush was. So I'd have to zoom in here. Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Hi. Hey, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Test almost failed successfully. Okay.
Do you want another tip, or are you just happy to be done with it?
Yeah, keep going with tips. This is what I'm here for, yeah.
The second finger should be smaller than the first one.
Second finger.
They get smaller as they go along.
I think on my reference, they're all kind of about the same. I think what would be the middle ring finger is a little wider.
I don't know, it's weird with four-fingered hands.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was going to go ahead and just erase it. Start over.
Nah, keep it.
I want to do it better. I want to try again.
Well, that's the spirit. That's a good attitude.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Draw, beep, beep. Okay. So instead, I will continue with this line for a bit, keep this curve, and then this also kind of goes out. So get something like that. And then they're more pudgy like this, I think. So quiet, I gotta concentrate here.
I don't want to talk. I don't want to throw off your concentration. Draw them a bit closer together, maybe.
I could always just kind of bring those down.
Oh, there you go.
And then, because I was trying to get like the basic top curve like that. And then just bring this down. Yeah. Yeah. Why does it still feel weird? It's like impossible to get it.
Well, it's probably because the little finger and the thumb are like parallel to each other, but that's not how it works. Is it?
Oh, okay.
If you moved like the thumb downwards.
Okay. Or like lower? Like here?
Yeah.
Okay. And then this should be kind of flail out. And you got a little line there. And then connect it. It's not.
That looks like he's looking at his hand.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like it looks like his hand is facing towards him, like that line in the middle.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it goes the other way. Oh wow, that changes everything.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Huh. Is that good enough?
Is that part of the character design, that thing on his muzzle? That like blue line?
I think it's a little thinner, and I think it doesn't do that, actually. Yeah, I think it instead does something else. So let me go back in. So I think instead it goes around his mouth and then becomes this line. So all of this is wrong. Okay, so instead of that, let's get rid of these lines. And then, so it goes from its nose up here, and then travels down, but then it kind of goes around. It's still kind of flat though, like it kind of goes straight, and then it kind of softly curves all the way around. It becomes this line that then becomes this hole. That's down here. More like that, I think. And then, where am I? I'm on, let's go back to the line. Then there's another part. It kind of goes around, and then these lines kind of go around into here, and then this color fills in here. This section is probably a little wider. And then just gotta fill this back in. Right?
I'm sure. I'm not a Bluey expert.
You know, it's a little...
I'm just going to assume that's how it goes.
A little surgery there, but I gotta reconstruct it a little better. Let's clean this mouth back up. Problem is that it just kind of drips, you know, it just kind of comes up. It's not like the pony mouth, where the pony mouth, you know, if you see on the right, kind of comes from the nose a little bit easier. This is like, where do you want it to come out? And it's like, I don't know, I guess here.
Yeah, the Bluey designs are a bit more abstract.
A little weirder.
Well, a lot more abstract. They're literally squares.
Yeah, something like that. That's better. I'm more happy with that.
It was good.
Yeah. Oh, I like your little flowers. Yeah, I'm looking at your Sasha. That's great. They're friends. Yeah, so at this point, I would go through and use my line tools. I guess this is that's lasso, but I would use a vector line tool and just kind of go burp and then go burp, and then I'll be able to use my angly things and be like, oh, what's this curve and what's this curve, and then figure it out and have a nice, more perfect line art of it. It's usually, for me, because I've been doing so much of that kind of style, I usually just kind of do this kind of very loose sketch kind of thing, because I know that I don't have to do a perfect line art, because I know that that will be the final product, So I think
I think meanwhile I'm on the exact opposite end, where because I'm primarily an animator, and so I want to get as many frames, as many drawings done, and make them look good as quickly as possible. So over the years, I've just gotten better at doing things cleaner on like the first go. Like my drawings don't really have a very rough, sketchy sort of look to them. Which isn't a good thing or a bad thing, really.
Yeah.
An observation, isn't it?
And obviously we're still able to make art, in our own ways, and that's what it's all about,
That's what's beautiful about it, baby.
Yeah. We're both beautiful. This is
beautiful
good.
Babies.
Oh. On that note, any other critiques, or I know that some of this is probably the best I probably on my own could probably just do. I don't know. It still feels like it still needs layers of improvements. Yeah.
Louis is the best thing you've ever made.
It's the best product version of this drawing of it I could probably do. That's usually my problem, is that I usually just use drawing as a means to get to my vector point, where I just got to scribble it out and make it, chicken scratch enough that I can use that enough as a base and then vector on top of that. So I usually not really thinking about how clean are my lines, is this curve good? It's like, well, I know that I'll be able to use my vector and then have it be...
It will be good.
It will be perfect, which then becomes the caveat of that is then it's perfect, it's mathematically perfect. So...
obviously you need practice with hands, but
yeah.
I think everybody does. It's a universal thing.
Yeah.
I can see with his feet, there's one a little bit shorter than the other.
Yeah, that's always been... Yeah.
I'm not super familiar with the art style of Bluey. I don't know if they have their feet on the exact same plane. But if you look at the Sasha I drew, you can tell that one's in front of the other.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe in the future, an understanding of 3D space, you can practice that. Put one foot before the other.
I think in my sketch, I might have had it be a little bit... I might have had the sketch, be... like a weird line or something, where it might have been at an angle, something like that, and then I just kind of copied that angle itself instead. So
if you want, when you start a drawing, you can just literally start making grids like this.
Make a perspective line. Yeah.
Yeah. So
that'd be good.
So where the person stands.
I know in college, when we were drawing heads or something, we would have put them in a box basically, and you would draw a box, and then you just hope that somehow you just put a man head in here, and then you just kind of figure that... I don't know what I'm doing.
I never...
It's the box one. And then the head fills the box. You put a sphere in a box, and it's like, whoa, where'd we figure that out? Actually, didn't turn out too bad.
Drawing heads is either the Loomis method like we discussed, which is like that, or basically just any other shape being used as a technique. I'm just winging it here. I don't know what's gonna come out. But there's a dude.
Nice dude.
With a square head. Or even a triangle head, just what's gonna come out of this one.
Whoa.
There you go. There's another dude. He's got a triangle head. Or just use a circle as like the top of the skull, and from there you can do like a square. There's another guy. Or an oval. Or cone. So using that as like where the brain is stored, and just do another shape there.
Okay,
I
yeah.
never like to draw a box, then draw a sphere inside of it.
Yeah.
I think that's just a really roundabout way of doing it.
I guess I've always had trouble, like, how do you then make a chin, I guess, out of that? Because, like, you get a nice circle or something, and then it's like, where does the chin go? Because, like, you have to, like, add this extra whatever, and then it's like, how do you then somewhere, I guess, here, and then kind of go, ugh, bleh. And it's like,
Chins are tricky, to be honest.
I guess it needs to be flatter, but then also kind of curvy, and then it's like ears somewhere in here.
Subtle part of the face.
Yeah.
Very easy to mess with. And they're also quite defining as well, which is why they're quite tricky.
Just kind of put a little mouth in there and go, whoa.
Well, that's not bad.
Yeah, the realistic, like,
A person.
the realistic lips, you know, where you gotta, or the eyelids or all that. Like, whoa. Oh, who's this Family Guy going on here? Whoa. Crimson Chin, nice. You want to go on a new page to try and do some of these?
If you want to.
Yeah.
Chat saying anything?
Not really. It's kind of been pausing for a bit. The last message is from Judd saying BRB.
Yeah, that sounds better.
Yeah, that sounds right. So let's try that again. So be circle, and then at some indeterminate point, you know, of one of these lines is like, I guess I'll make this the chin, and then he's kind of angle it in, and you get this alien kind of weird shape here, you know. We got a request of draw a handsome Squidward. Should we try that next? Yeah. There's that one episode, and I think I might have represented another one too.
I know it's in the new Nickelodeon Smash game.
Oh, cool.
It's like Squidward's finest now.
Got it. Oh yeah, there's different versions where he's different phases, I guess.
I'm just going first image result. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. I got one where it's kind of like in a cartoon version, not the like the painted Ren and Stimpy perfectly nice looking ones. I got ones where he's kind of happy, but he's just got a weird big defined chin and everything.
Well, even here, you can tell that it's basically just a circle and a rectangle just joined together, and that's basically the shape of his head.
Yeah. I'm drawing white. There we go. I was like, wait, it's not showing up. There we go. Okay. Let's get all these very defined features here. This one will still look more like Squidward than not. Zoom in a little on you. There we go.
Would it be boring if I just like copied what I'm looking at, or should I make him do something?
I mean that's what I'm doing. Where I'm trying to. I mean I gotta try my best to draw it as best as I see it.
I think I'm gonna.
Oopsie.
I'm gonna make him do something. I don't want to just draw him.
I tried saving the thing and then some things broke. Started to like open some of my file explorer stuff. Oh, now you're off my screen. Can you get closer to mine?
It's a secret. You have to wait.
Okay. I'll kind of keep it half hidden.
I don't even know what I'm gonna make him do, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, in the episode, it doesn't do much. Haven't seen it in so while later. Drawing him where he's like first discovery is like, whoa, I'm sort of handsome. That's pretty cool. Before he goes full handsome. Ugh. Yeah, I think I'm okay with drawing, but I think it's just like my positions sometimes don't work. Where
You mean the way you're sitting?
where it's like, oh, you know, if it's on a grid, you know, if it's like, oh, well, this eyeball should be on B3, but I drew it on B2. If it's on a grid, it's like, oh, well, why'd that happen? Why'd I draw it over there? It happens a lot.
No, I get what you mean. Like, even if you think you've gotten past that point,
Yeah.
like I have, like sometimes you just think, wait, this should be connecting here. Why is it?
We had some, like in junior high school, one of those classes, and it's like, they had us on a grid, and it's like, can you draw a realistic version of you? Like a self-portrait, and they had a big grid, you know, and it's like, draw, you know, your little picture of you. And you're like, oh, I'm here. And then it's like, uh-oh, okay. So that means that, and then you start thinking about like each individual square, you know, rather than it as a whole. So it gets a little weird where it's like, okay, well, eye goes on this square, and eye goes in this square, you know. Then you stop thinking about, oh yeah, I'm drawing a face. It just becomes like, I am drawing whatever is exactly in this square, and then you start shading it and whatever. And then it's like, oh, well, that's not exactly helping me anymore. Now I don't know how this actually works together cohesively anymore. So now I'm just like exactly shading exactly what's ever exactly in this, only in this square. Like everything else is blocked out. And it's like, oh dear. Everything else becomes like not important information. It was a weird exercise because now I don't know how to really, it didn't help much. Huh. So now I'm like, oh, well, I know I need to have like an S curve here, a C curve here, and I guess I'll just, hopefully that if I draw it maybe in the right space, I'll be okay.
That sounds about right. That sounds about how I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, just do this, maybe it'll all turn out okay.
If I just keep drawing, just keep swimming, you know, it's like, okay. It'll be okay if I just make this curve a little more that way. Round this out. Just keep erasing till you get it. You know those art memes of how true are those? Where it's like, oh, you gotta undo, you know, one line 50 times or something.
That's 1000% true. It's the most true thing ever. Especially when it comes to like circles and stuff. Just over and over and over.
Like an eyeball we okay, nope. Control Z 100 times.
And that's sort of like a side effect of being a digital artist though. Because obviously if you're working with real material like pencil and paper, you won't fall on those crutches. And you'll actually be able to draw those things first time. But you get spoilt by undo buttons and stuff like that. And so you just sort of keep going until you get it right instead of practicing.
Yeah, I know. I did try in Inktober. I don't know if you saw it like a couple years ago, where I drew a hand-drawn on real paper. I had an animation sort of desk. I had a light desk and was drawing frame by frame. I would draw Inktober where I would draw one frame a day.
Oh, I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, where a cat would come out of a pumpkin. And so, yeah, thanks. It was a different experiment because, like, yeah, it was like, oh, I can't really undo this. And it's like, well, I drew a bad line with my final line art pen, where I drew it with pencil and then I would go over it with a pen. And it's like, well, that line's not where I want it. Let me get a new piece of paper and start over, you know. So it did teach me some stuff like that. I was like, well, I can't really. Oh, there, I'm looking at your masterwork over here. Wowie. Yeah. Is that the Jesus pose?
I did have that in mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Well, I will let you carry on there. Let me get some water. Carry the audience. Okay. Yeah, I could just do line art. You don't have to completely make that nice. If I can find out where my hand is. There we go. Because I can get my beautiful water here. Let me see this. Okay. I was just done. I was just done with my water. I like to put a little flavored something in there. It's like fruit punch.
Your handsome Squidward is a little bit scary. It's from the episode I see.
Yeah.
See it on the Google Images, but it's Squidward line art makes it look terrifying.
How about my grid man?
Oh yeah, good man. It's also kind of freaky.
I like my little blob guy. That's probably my best artwork today.
Yeah, he's mischievous. Yeah. Looks like he's looking around like around a corner or something.
Well, that's awesome. Oh, I love the little chest area you gave him too. Wow.
It's a model.
Yes. Yeah, that does make good sense. Man. Okay. Yeah, do you have any lightning round? I guess this is sort of a nice little breather. Any kind of lightning round kind of tips or tricks you can think of?
No.
Cool, okay. Anything else, yeah.
How good is your imagination, Yoshi? Do you remember, like, that Twitter post that was going around asking you what comes to your head when you think of an apple? Do you remember that? And there was, like, a chart.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember?
I know when I sleep, my dreams are, like, in a PS2 kind of level, if that makes sense, where it's like everything's rendered, but it's still somewhat SD quality, and a lot of the textures are kind of flat. So that's about where I am. My imagination visually is picture perfect, but my dreams are a little bit lower quality. It's like I'm watching my dreams in VHS. It's really weird.
Well, picture perfect imagination, that's good. That's what I was leading into.
Okay.
Being able to visualize things.
Yes.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, if I close my eyes, I can see it.
Good at drawing without that innate superpower, but it definitely helps to be able to visualize things correctly. line weight is also important. We didn't really tackle that this time. And to be honest, most of my drawings haven't really shown that off either.
Yeah, I haven't.
Usually thicker lines for the outside of a character, thinner ones on the inside. Usually you can use lines to show depth as well, so just thicker on the bottom of things, on the side of things. Yeah, I don't know. I'm drawing a blank now. I don't know what else to say.
I could draw a blank. Okay. Yeah, with line art, line weight is that you kind of figure out how the pressure sensitivity, I guess, also kind of goes into that a little bit. Is that he can kind of do something like that, where it kind of gets the tapering of a line, depending on how hard you press onto it. I think we got a... Ben has a kerfuffle. Is that the... I dropped it. Is that the pony from the sort of...
pony called kerfuffle. That's the one with the leg, right?
Yes. So if you were going to dive right into that part. Yep, okay. Search, please. K-E-R-F-U-F-O. Oh, I did poi. P-O-Y instead. Oh, she is cute. Ooh, there's a Quester Girls fan art. Google Images here. Well, it's just kind of...
I don't know if we can have another page.
I would have to buy it.
we'd have to buy another page.
Oh my god. Oh, if only if I paid $10 a month, billed monthly, I could switch to a yearly billing instead. I get beautiful brushes, high resolution canvas, 5 GB storage, access files forever, larger live sessions. Interesting. Password protection. Oh yeah, we're not protected by any of our passwords, so somehow you guys join in. Syncing PSD files. Cool. Oh yeah, we could have been using the voice chat inside of Magma, but
I don't think that's necessary.
yeah, you're coming in just fine.
Maybe if we draw 2 really quick kerfuffles in like the corner of this place.
In the bottom right, yeah, we can kind of shove under handsome Squidward down here. Now my reference, she's looking to the left. I don't like drawing characters to the left. Wish I could flip my brain like that. Can you do that where if a reference is looking one way, can you like flip it in and like draw it the opposite way? Where you're like, okay.
I can give it a go, but usually I have to admit defeat and then flip the reference as well.
Okay, yeah, you're not that much of a wizard able to... No, okay.
It depends on...
Like, yeah, if it's kind of like 7/8 quarter, whereas like, you know, if the reference is basically to the front, you can do, you know, basically to the right then. But if it's like, you know, a side profile to the other way, can you do that, you know? If you're looking this way, can you draw it this way? Interesting.
Like, let's go back to rarity. Like, if she's facing the other way as to where I want to draw her.
That's true, yeah. It's got the asymmetric hair. Yeah, how do you...
I'm just drawing.
Shuffle pony. Right. Please look to the right. No. Oh. Maybe I'll try it. Ooh, there's a chibi version. I want to try this one, but she's looking to the left. I'll do it. Okay. I'll draw it in my style, which I guess is what you're doing too. Yeah. I mean, my storyboard style, you know, is this. I don't know if you can see mine, if you zoom down enough. This is my storyboard horse style.
Yeah, the iconic Greenwater style.
Greenwater storyboard style. And this is it. This is all you get.
I talent like that.
Supposedly out here, really interesting to know about like all the storyboard photos happenings of how detailed are like first draft storyboards. Like, are they kind of this style, or are they more Looking like the, basically look like the show kind of style,
Do you mean like in general how I would draw storyboards?
Yeah. What would you do?
It really depends. There is a sort of a misconception that they have to be
Exactly.
really neat.
Yeah.
Which isn't true.
No.
As long as people know where things are put on screen, then it's fine.
As long as you put like, this is kerfuffle and like a note or something. Then it's like, oh yeah, now you're good.
Fine.
Yeah.
But it depends, like, if a show is like storyboard driven and the animators rely on the storyboards to know what expressions the characters are making, then it's a different story.
Different storyboard, yeah.
I don't know, it's a case by case basis, and some people just don't draw them that detailed. Some people do.
Yeah.
If you have something really specific in mind, like a certain layout for the background or something, or you really want the background to look a certain way, or a character to look a very certain way, speaking in animation terms, obviously, then yeah, it does benefit to do more detailed ones, but it's not a rule.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Wixer. I think that's how you do that. Love how chibi it is. Thank you. I guess we're both sort of chibi, and I guess it's kind of the default for these ponies. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess mine is. She's just stick pony, but like slightly different style, I guess. Yeah. Not the round table, round trip, round. Get around. Yeah. I don't have room for. Which leg is so back? Left is the fun one. Okay. So that'll be this one. So it kind of goes normal, and then need to get a fun boot. I'm gonna keep my face. I drew my face really fast, but it's like, it's perfect.
That's the style.
That is the style. Gotta watch out for me. I'm making history. Clean up half my lines I drew haphazardly. And I drew her facing the opposite way from my reference. So check that out. Try a mirror image. Get the you got a little cupcake on her. Good. Okay.
I don't think it's a cupcake.
Oh, I drew a cupcake. Okay. There. Perfect. Yeah. Obviously, if I had to do this in a storyboard, I probably would just, draw the hair very more simple, because I don't want to draw this every time. And I'm sure you don't want to draw what you drew every time as a storyboard. You wouldn't want to draw that in a storyboard every time, though. Obviously, we're able to do that pretty quickly, but if you have to do, like, 10 pages of script, in a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's slightly different with a storyboard, I guess. I mean, if it's animation, then yeah, I'm going to be like, oh no. But, I don't know. What could I get away with?
Yeah.
I could probably just get away with, like that, maybe.
Yeah, maybe I should flip her. Probably just like draw to make sure that her leg is looking at least more unique. And then just draw to very bare bones. Like you do. Like that. Yeah. That's probably what I would do. And then just draw whatever kind of I've always liked this like straight line eye style. Oh, nice. We can go even deeper. Whereas eyeline style is able to really be very more flexible. I feel like I can be more expressive, even if it being a line, you know. What do you got?
I just want to try it.
Nice.
Yoshi Greenwater.
Yeah. And then, yeah, I wouldn't even draw the neck hair. If I drew like a Derpy, it would be, I'll drive far on the left. It'd be like that. Just like how fast can I draw? You know, boop, done. Okay, next, you know, over here, you know. Yeah.
I mean,
it'd be like the worst.
The annotations as well, so also
Yeah.
describing what's happening.
Yeah, because Derpy's like in every panel of my movie, it's like the boards get worse and worse over time, you know. It's like, how can I shortcut my shortcuts, you know?
Yeah.
Like it becomes not even like recognizable. And sometimes I just have her bold because like I know that she's not even gonna be. She's the only like, because I'm the storyboarder and animator. It's like I know that I can have it be completely a blob and know that, oh yeah, that's Derpy in my storyboards. You know, it's not gonna matter because no one else is gonna have to figure it out. But I know that's probably not the best. Not for the best, yeah. For the snake, it gets kind of... The snakes have different, you know, different body shapes, so I can get rid of this one.
I love the snake ponies.
The snake ponies are really fun. I'm glad that I did those. Eventually, we'll get to the mongoose characters. I've been rigging them and trying to plan them out, but because they have hands, I've been trying to figure out the best way to... I can show you sometime. What do you think of those? But yeah, the snakes would be in storyboard mode. They would have some sort of hair, and then they're always angry, so I always do like this unibrow and be like, And then for the snake, it would be just like that, and then
I thought you'd do that.
They're all basically just that. And then, you know, storyboards, I didn't plan it out fully. So it was just like Snake Henchman 1, Snake Henchman 2. And so they weren't like defined or had personalities. But once I started to make the characters and then really get into it more, I was like, oh, well, maybe this character, you know, has this personality. Like they have these likes and dislikes. And in the cafe, there was like these small character moments that I had. I was like, oh, well, maybe the orange one really likes food and was like just starving, and so I had little moments like that, and had little bits. Whereas like the orange one punched, you know, the blue one, you know, that were sort of in the script, but it was like they weren't as defined as like this is what this character is. So I'm glad I was able to get into them more and have them be actual characters rather than them being, you know, Snake Henchman A. You know, no personality, so. And the queen's great too. And then like after I posted the once the chapter 6 went live, someone immediately was like, is that a Shadow Queen Paper Mario 1000-year reference with the Snake Queen? I was like, oh jeez. Yes. You're 100% right. I just took that design from a Shadow Queen. It's like, okay, yeah. Whereas it's kind of, we're like, spoilers, I guess, but like, Peach gets possessed by the evil Shadow Queen. I think I just had it be, I wanted it to be like this Cobra hood, so I had this be, everything about the queen is about hearts. So like making everything about her. These little heart things and this little crown, which should be more crown shaped. But yeah, this little cobra hood thing was really fun to design, and then she have this much more longer body, much more defined, like much more larger. I don't know, how would you design like something like this, where it's like a new, you gotta like design it where it's still gonna fit in with the other characters, but it's like it's still gonna be a unique kind of design as well, but also fit within, you know, these kind of the story and fit with everything else. You know, it's like this paper art style has to kind of fit with everything. You know.
Well, you can get it with pretty much any design so long as you follow the principles of the art style.
I'm orange. What happened?
I like this scene that happened on the right side of the page.
I like this little derp. I think that's one of my favorites. This little like the little lines. Yeah, it's great on the eyes. I'm making orange. I have to finish my little snake queen arms here. It's orange. I don't want orange. Just gonna block in her little arms. And then her little curvy lines here. And then also in here, we're also little stretched hearts as well. So I'm gonna try to keep that motif in all of her flags and everything else about her. The entire castle, there's a bunch of hearts. Just like be a double of her kind of snake cobra hood thing, and then
Okay.
kind of combines everything. Nice motif. Yeah. Just gotta get you with her where she stole the diamond. It's a bit of a Dexus Moxia, where it's like, well, it's just gonna be, everyone wants it and it's too powerful, so it's like, it'll just do this big magic thing that we haven't, you know, prior to chapter 6, like before the castle, was like, hey, you didn't know that this can, the crystal can actually do all this magic. And it's like, oh, well, I didn't know before. You know, it's like, oh, halfway through, it's like, oh, wouldn't it be cool? You know, and then that gets expanded later on too. Later in the movie, there's even more fun stuff with the crystal.
It's been in the film since the beginning, and I guess it was always the implication that it was important for some reason.
Yeah.
So it having magic powers isn't too out of the box.
Oh, okay. So it's okay. That's like, yeah, you didn't know that, how powerful it was, I guess. Yeah.
Does it literally solve the entire plot in one go?
There's a final confrontation, and then it's a bit of a twist, I think. Then it's solving the problem. Yeah. Yeah, it's a little different. Yeah, I don't want to spoil the actual movie right now.
Well, that's alright. I mean,
Yeah.
it's 10 o'clock. Well, on my end, it's 10 o'clock. It's only an hour. 5 minutes past. We did a good haul today.
We did let's review. Let's go back to page 1. There are little warm-ups. Very nice. This is like our baseline to see like how. Because I had to do this pretty quick, so I wasn't really paying attention too much. But I like your little. Yeah, you got a little derpy hat. Is that what that is?
The D is for derpy.
The D is for derpy.
That's what we're telling you.
Yep. Page 2 is when we try to do. I'm on the left and Cookie's on the right. We're try to draw the same thing. Or I try to follow Cookie's example here.
I think they turned out pretty well.
I think it still fit in mine. It's definitely my style, but just trying to copy as best as I can to see if I can learn anything from you. Yeah.
Did you learn anything, Yoshi?
I feel like I did. You definitely gave me. You opened my eyes to certain things I never thought about. You know.
Well, as long as you've taken something away.
Yeah.
I was afraid I'd just have nothing important to say whatsoever.
Yeah. I feel like, I might have my own eagerness to it. It's like, no, this is how I draw, and I'm, you're not going to be able to change me. But it's like, oh, well, there's certain things that's like, oh, well, that's a good technique. Or things that, like, I'm a little bit less comfortable with. All this bluey stuff is like, that's completely out of left field for me. So it's like, okay, Like, can I just draw something that I never really drew?
Yeah, I mean, I Animal Crossing. I draw this stuff in my sleep, so.
Yeah. I thought you haven't drawn Sasha before, though.
I guess.
Is that true?
No, yeah, I hadn't drawn him before. But they have the same body types.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's good.
They all have the same sort of shape, so I knew what I was getting.
Yeah, we all got the head and then the bean shape.
Yeah.
Kind of like that, whatever. Can't really get him. I guess for the front view would also be kind of tricky. I can't really make this even.
I mean, in my most recent thing on DeviantArt, I literally drew about 80-something villages.
Oh.
So I definitely got used to it.
Okay. Yeah, this would be like my front view kind of style. Very quick sketch.
I think I'll just do it.
Oh.
Something like that.
Ah. Okay.
Can't really see. But yeah, like the bean shape.
Yeah. Kind of like like the me bodies.
Yeah.
Where's this kind of, whoa. Guess we'll be facing this way now. Where's this? I know there was like a Powerpuff Girls, maybe like a Bible or something, or like a style guide, and they say like their hands or body, probably their hands were like made out of, try to think of it like made out of sand or something. So you make something like it's full of sand. Yeah. So you get something like that, where it's kind of like this more bulbous at the bottom, and then it kind of tapers into this bag kind of shape. That actually really helps a lot. This made me just kind of think of it as like a money bag or something, full of sand or something. And you get this kind of teardrop kind of shape too, to get this shape. Yeah, nice. Yeah, exactly.
And
got a little rabbit.
Our last page.
Our Masterworks. What did we learn today? Page. Some little designs on the left there, but yeah, a lot of our pony parade. What's going on in the distance? I'm gonna zoom in. What's going on down here?
There's a parade of Greenwater style kerfuffles.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, another kerfuffle looking up at Handsome Squidward and Yoshi and Derpy. The sunlight or something.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a sunburst, like one of those effects where it's, yeah. Well, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much. I'm truly grateful for your time for yeah. Yeah. Well, I hope we can do this again.
Yeah.
I'd
love to. Yeah.
Okay, great.
I don't know where we'd go lesson wise. I don't know what I'm next to teach you, but
yeah, this was kind of like our base.
If we're just drawing, that would be fine too.
Okay.
I don't mind.
Yeah, maybe for like a Inktober thing, trying to draw some spooky things maybe later on.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah, you know.
Are you gonna save these drawings after the stream is done?
Well, I think I can literally just save it now, right?
Oh, you can, yeah. Whenever it's convenient.
I don't know what I just pressed.
Did you leave, by the way?
I think I just left. I'm back. I clicked on the button, apparently, and that brought me back out. I will click on more buttons that hopefully don't break. once we close this, then we'll go to toaster time before I click on more buttons. Okay, toaster time. Do. There we go. Yeah, if you want to stick around for toaster time for as long as you're able to. I'm impressed that you're still here, actually. Because usually you leave.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I guess the only...
I might hop off. I do feel a bit bad for leaving, but I might have to.
Yeah, no, you stayed for the whole shebang, so thank you. It's usually in other weeks, you just kind of leave even before toaster time.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot later over here, and I need to get ready for winding down for the night, you know?
Right. I don't think we really said that you are not where I live, so...
No, I'm across the pond. I'm in Great Britain.
Yes,
and,
yes.
It's 12 past 10 today.
That's 12 hours. No, 14 hours?
8? I think I'm 8 hours ahead.
Something. Good difference. So, yeah, the only reason that you leave early is that you gotta go to bed, basically.
Well, not just bed, but, you know, gotta go down, take a shower.
Okay.
Do other stuff.
Get ready for bed. Okay. I don't know. I thought sometimes you just gotta do something else more important or something, you know, like Star, you know,
Nothing better
yeah.
going on.
Okay, you know. Well, Star's gotta watch all the VTubes. I guess that's why he's been, you know, hasn't been around recently.
We don't talk about him anymore.
Yeah, he's been,
That's just a joke, Star Study.
yeah, even great. Definitely been helping with the Discord, which admittedly I've not been too active in there, so sorry about that.
No,
I could be I could be part of that more. I guess I just, you know, never have anything to really say, or, you know, never want to do any conversation. I don't know why I created the Discord in that place then if I ever really want to be part of it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to say it. I do sometimes wonder why it's there.
Yeah. I thought it'd be...
You know, some people have conversations and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
It's kind of... Those kind of fizzled out. I thought it'd be self-sustaining at some point, you know? That enough people would just kind of be talking about me somehow. I didn't really think it through that much.
I'll make a Discord server and they'll be talking non-stop about me.
It'd be great. Yeah. I don't know. It was before I really got it.
How that didn't happen. Huh?
Yeah. Who would have dunked? Yeah. Let's see. I think I need to. Yeah, if we need to leave now, I guess that's fine. Then I can do. Well, I guess for next stream, I can probably work on maybe the movie, do a little short clip of that, and then go from there.
Classic movie stream.
Yes. I think I my list are just other video games. I do have for my birthday. I did get a holder for my phone. I have a gooseneck clamp. So I could do a Wii U game possibly, whether or not, yeah, where I can show the gamepad through my phone screen.
What Wii U game are you thinking?
I was thinking Paper Mario or maybe something else. That was my main thing, was to see if I could do Color Splash.
Okay. Is that the one you haven't played?
That's the one I haven't even opened or put in the Wii U yet. I haven't finished Origami King, but I've been immersed in Tears of the Kingdom. So it's like, well, I want to stop playing Zelda, but I probably need another couple 100 hours in there. So it's like, I don't know. Everything's kind of on hold. But yeah, yeah, we'll figure it out. I've also got the other stuff, like other Switch games, like I got Picross Cross, I guess. It's Picross X, but I guess it's probably Cross. Where it's like a fast-paced 5x5 Picross little game, or the Splatoon card game, Splatoon 3 I got on here. There's a lot, you know, I could do Animal Crossing GameCube or something. It's tons of games, yeah.
I'd be up. Yeah, I'd like that.
I've also been thinking of Arctic Tale. It's like this National Geographic movie video game. It came out on Wii. For some reason, I wanted to do a speed run of that. I don't even know if that's feasible. There's no leaderboards for it yet, so if I complete a, my pace kind of a speed run, my personal best speed run, I could put it on leaderboard and be first.
Yeah, just
fast as Arctic Tail. Yeah. Problem is I haven't even finished it yet. I don't know how to complete it, so I'll probably need some other guides. But there's like a guide that's like an hour long that finishes it. So that's why I was like, well, maybe shouldn't be that hard to speedrun it then. Because in the guide there was a polar bear section, and I just remember just one part of the video, and there's just a polar bear just walking around. Running around, and it's like, well, if they're spending that much time, running around and get it done within an hour, it's like, that's probably pretty good for a stream then. So I was thinking of saving that maybe for more wintry time, because that makes more sense, I guess. But maybe, I don't know. It's probably right now I gotta focus on if there's any holidays for September, which I don't think there are any holidays big, especially in America.
I can't think of anything.
Yeah, there's no major celebration holidays, I guess, for September. So, but definitely in October, we probably want to do something fun for that, and then maybe November and do some of these. So, but I have to figure out what I want to do for the next 4 weeks then. So, I'm sure this is fun to figure out. That's what you tune in for. What should I do next time? Let's see. Yeah. I can check off Art Stunning collab with Cookie. Unless you want to do this next time, or you can probably go into something more specific, maybe. It's up to you.
We'll see.
If you're able to next week or something.
I should be free next week. I don't think I'm doing anything different.
Okay. Yeah, I can see what the end.
Think of anything you want to learn specifically? Yeah,
I'll see what the analytics for this stream is. And see if it's better or worse. Yeah. I'm glad you guys watched, liked it. Thank you for all the likes. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. So thank you again, Cookie. Thank you for being a friend, and yeah, thank you for helping with the stream. Yeah. I was able to read the chat, so everything's looking okay. Yeah. Did I didn't read that one? Oh well. Thank you so much, guys. I will end it here. So, any last parting words as I figure out where my buttons are to finish the stream? And yeah, we'll get out of here.
See you later, guys. Goodbye.
All right. Thank you. All right. Bye, guys.
See ya.